Chapter 3, Lesson 3, Graphing an Equation in Slope-Intercept Form. When you're in slope-intercept form, it's y equals mx plus b. And the letter m represents your slope, and the letter b represents your y-intercept. Identify the slope and the y-intercept in the following. So we will highlight our slopes in yellow. And our y-intercepts in green. Okay, so our slope for the first equation would be 2, our y-intercept 3. Y equals 3/5 x minus 2. The slope would be 3/5. The y-intercept -2. Y equals -4/3 x. The slope would be -4/3. There's no number for the y-intercept, so it would simply be 0. Y equals x plus 1. There's no number in front of the x, so it's an imaginary 1. So our slope would be 1 with the y-intercept of 1. Okay. Graphing y equals mx plus b. You want to plot a point at the y-intercept. Okay, use the slope to count up or down, right, and plot more points. Okay, again, the y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. Interpreting slope. Okay, looking at it. If it's a positive, the slope is going up. If it's negative, the slope is going down. Okay, 2/3, for example, tells us how many, the top number tells us how many to move up or down, whether it's positive or negative. And the bottom number tells us how many places to move to the right. Okay, you're always going to move to the right, no matter if it's positive or negative with the bottom number, because that's how slope is calculated. So let's look at a few examples. Okay. So we have our x-axis. And then we have our y-intercept, which is where it crosses the y-axis. Okay, so once again, the slope would be 2, which would be a rise of 2 and a run of 1, and a y-intercept of -3. So crosses the y-axis at -3, and then we go up 2 and 1 to the right. And we just keep counting up 2 and 1 to the right. Okay, and once we do that, we can draw our line. Okay, hopefully yours is a little bit straighter than mine, but that's okay. Okay, same thing here. Slope -3/4, and the y-intercept of +1. So this means that we're going to go down 3 and 4 to the right. So okay. And once you have your points, you draw your line. Okay. And again, that's graphing your points based on your equation. Okay, let's try another example. Okay. Highlight your slope, which is okay. Okay, so it crosses the y-intercept at +5. And then the slope is -3, which would be -3/1. So again, you would go down 3 and 1 to the right each time. Okay. Draw your line. Okay. All right. Your x-axis with your y-axis. Okay, slope is 2/3. So we go up 2 and we go to the right 3 from +1. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Okay. A couple more examples. Okay. Y-intercept is +5. And then the slope is 1, which is 1/1. Okay. Next example, crosses the y-axis, y-intercept is +1. Slope is 1/5. Okay. So 1/5 tells us that we go up 1 and 5 to the right, and it crosses at +1. So +1, then we go up 1 and 5 to the right. Okay. Good. All right. So once again, we know that our y-intercept is our B term, which is where it crosses the y-axis. Okay. Once again, just highlight your slope, which is in front of your x. And then your y-intercept, which is where it crosses the green line, which is your y-axis. Okay, so no number but -x, so that'd be -1/1. So we go 1 down 1 and 1 to the right, starting at +5. So it would look just like this. Okay, and then y-intercept starts at +1, and the slope is -1/3. So we go down 1 and 3 to the right. All right. So that brings us to our checkpoint. Okay, thank you for watching our video, and we'll see you next time in class. What's up, man? I'm trying to do a lesson. What's up? I'm coming.